Alright, so there's a lot of talk in the flat earth that the moon lights itself up, and I just want to say that's patently ridiculous. Observation just does not agree with that at all. If observation doesn't match with the theory, you throw out the theory. So the theory is that the moon lights itself up. Incorrect. This is the daytime. The light is coming from above the moon. So where's the sun at? It's above the moon. Flat earthers, a lot of times, they like to say that the sun and moon are the same relative plane, which they are, but the sun is always above the moon. Always. And it's even quite a bit above the moon. Whichever one is 3,000 miles, they both can't be. This is what happens in the daytime. It's true. From here, yeah, you can barely see it. It's between those two power lines. This is what you see from the ground. So yeah, it's tough to see it. With the P900, that's what it looks like zoomed all the way in. With a, well, not all the way, but notice how you can see the craters, elongated shadow on the side that's furthest away from the light source, just exactly like you'd expect to see if the moon was being lit up from the sun. Here it's a little crisp, more crisp. Since the sun's far away, the distance above the moon is negligible. So that's why it's shining from the side, almost directly. You can still tell at this point that the sun is just a little above the moon. I mean, we just got to look at these craters. I mean, look how crisp that is. So look at those craters. Is this a hologram? You know, be real with yourself. People that spread this hologram nonsense, what are they doing? I don't know. This is a physical object. People claiming they've seen stars through this. No, they overlaid another video or something. That's all. It's not difficult to understand. The sun is above it. As we get closer to the full moon, it looks less and less like it's above it because it is nearing the furthest in its circuit possible. All right, here we got the full moon. What do we see with the full moon? You might notice that we don't pick up any of those craters anymore. The sun is directly behind us from our vantage point, so it can't possibly be. This is a sphere. It reflects the light from the sun. That's why we can't see the inside of these craters. That's why there's no elongated shadows here, because we're right in between the sun and the moon. It's important to understand. As flat earthers, we have a responsibility to not just know things, but not to ever tell somebody wrong. Because if we do tell someone wrong, they might think that the whole thing's ridiculous. And they should, because we're going around saying we know, and then we're telling them, no, the moon, it's magic, and it's got an umbrella. It actually blocks the sunlight, so yeah, there is a sun right over there across the flat earth, but somehow its light is not getting on the moon. I know where this concept started.
Genesis 1:16, and God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. So, God made two great lights. So the moon is a light, the sun is a light. Now, does it say that the sun produces its own light? No. Does it say the moon produces its own light? No. It says they're lights. A light is something that lights up the area. Would you agree? Is that too far to go? So are we talking about a mechanism with a filament, a light, or are we talking about an effect, which is the thing that God made? It's called light. And I think that since God's the one that used the word to call the moon a light, a reflection, this light is still light. It's not dark. I'm not saying anything contrary to the Bible, because the moon is not dark. Does that look dark? No. That doesn't look dark. It's not dark at all. It's uh, it's bright enough that you can actually walk around. You know, you could water your plants at night if you want. It's a light. It's not a dark up in the sky. Look at that dark up there. Oh, I can't do anything because the moon's out and it's a dark. No, it's a light. So the Bible says it's a light. I agree it's a light. I say that the way it works is reflecting.
I'm not sure who started it, but whoever started this concept, just people have kept it going without really looking at the moon and being like, hey, do we actually have any evidence for this non-reflecting moon? I've heard power batteries where the sun lights it up. No, it reflects light off it. The sun's light. That's the only way telling time by the moon works. If this was just some random nonsense occurrence, you could not tell time by the moon. Okay? It would just be nonsense. And then that would make the flat earth model just as useless as the globe model. But it's not useless. It's actually the only thing you can use. You can you point to Australia, say Australia's over there. Do you think Australia's over there? They'll say, no, I think Australia's down there. Okay, well, how about tonight when it's noon in Australia? Why don't you look at the moon and see if the sun is actually over there or if it's down? So obviously it's going to be over there because it doesn't ever go down.